welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. Today you are going to be listening to the director's commentary for the, as of now, last short film, Dandelions. And I decided to make a bigger and bombastic intro. This was made in a editing class as far as our big After Effects project, and I figured I would use it as a way to essentially call back to the other analog picture shorts, because I believe Dandelions is the ninth or 10th one that I've done. Although I suppose that depends whether or not you count the experimental stuff or not. But yeah, this is the way I decided to begin the short. Unfortunately, I don't have the producer and editor and actually initial creator of this project, Jenna Bachrock, with me. So it's just going to be me today. And initially, we began with this scene here with the Dandelions, and I decided to flip it a little, split up the one scene in the room and put that at the beginning and then make this a flashback. This was actually the last scene of the movie that we filmed, because that's just sort of how it turned out. And actually, thankfully we did, because it was like the week before I graduated and everything was getting a little bit greener outside, and of course we had dandelions there in the background, which was really super nice. We had to fix some audio problems. There were some kids that were noisy and people walking by and airplanes in the sky, but fortunately we kept all the proper audio. And as well as part of my own little, I guess, tweaks, I made it undersaturated to represent the Riley character's gloom in her life. We made it vibrant to undersaturated. I usually don't undersaturate things because I hate the lack of color, but in this case, this was something where it actually worked better. Well, there's me in the background.
I feel like I haven't seen you before.
Oh, there's Jenna in the back, as well as Charlie, one of our DPs, as well as our main sound guy. This was actually the second scene? Yeah, second scene, I believe it was, that we filmed. And that took about 3 hours, but we actually had a lot of great coverage that day. Maybe a little too much coverage, actually. And here we are with another flashback.
So why don't you start by drawing your favorite memory first?
There were a couple more flashbacks as part of our B-roll, but not all of it made in. Of course, probably for pacing, and we just didn't really need it. But that was one of the ones we kept.
Chase Harrington, football quarterback.
Riley Samuels.
The Chase actor as well, surprisingly enough, was also featured in
She died 5 months ago.
another short film in the class. So I think we like to joke around that maybe it was all part of a secret shared universe or something, like a short verse. And that the other one he was a part of is actually a sequel that takes place a couple years later. But of course, that's just, that's a little joke canon, I guess.
No thanks. Still working.
And as you've noticed, I've completely disappeared from the background. So either it was one of those old-fashioned like Transformers animation errors or something like that, or maybe I just went to the bathroom. I don't know. But I probably just went to the bathroom. And this is where I really undersaturated things, especially with the snow. I am not a big winter guy in the slightest, and I just hate the cold. So I feel like this was also not only a representation of the sadness in her life, but also the fact that I just really, really freaking hate winter. I just don't like it. It also snowed off and on when we were shooting this. This is actually the first scene we shot. But the thing was, in the wide master shot, as you saw there,
Before you go.
there wasn't snow. But as we were getting the other shots, it started to
I feel
snow.
like I'm leaving
So
right
I
now.
had to compensate some snow
Some things just don't
to
make
maintain some continuity. Because otherwise, it would have made everybody confused. Like,
All the stories you're gonna write.
why is there snow? Why is there not snow? But just some basic
Just in case it doesn't happen.
compositional work, and had that taken care of in like less than 10 minutes.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I can wait out here if you're busy.
No, you're fine.
This was the third scene I think we shot. We went to like an apartment complex. Jenna, I think one of her jobs is like basically having
Did you bring your
people who are
journals?
interested in the campus, I think, tour this to see if maybe this is something they'd want their uh, children to like live in, I guess, during their time on campus. And we actually had to split this up
It is missing
for 2 days instead of one because the Avery actor unfortunately disappeared for a day. So
changed you.
we filmed all the main stuff on the first day, and then the second
Something happened?
day we went back and got the rest of what we needed. And eventually we just moved the one scene with the Avery actor outside in the car, as we saw earlier
I
anyway.
used to tell Avery to drop her feelings.
Because we were on a time crunch and it was a week before school ended, so we really just need to get the project done. But I think either way, it would have been effective.
She gave it to
It
me.
doesn't really matter.
She wanted me to write my story. But she was my story, and I haven't been able to open it since. Somebody should use it. Besides, I have my laptop. It's my mom calling. I'll be right back. You draw.
And as we can see later, he's clearly not a drawer. But honestly, I really shouldn't be saying that much because at best I can do like basic cartoon characters or like stuff that you see out of like the funnies in a newspaper. But if you tell me to draw an entire Marvel comic or something,
He's wearing
I'd probably just laugh at you because that's beyond my ability.
Mom. My dad just passed last fall. He taught me everything I know about football.
I think this is also a good scene as well to
But then
for Riley really to
just
uh, make a connection with somebody else and eventually pass on some of the creativity to Chase as well,
pretty good story yourself.
which is really something thematically that was
Think about your dad.
always necessary in the story.
well,
But I think most importantly, yeah, she just really needed to connect with somebody, maybe a potential friend again, and to
you know,
make peace and move on with her loss.
you just have to let yourself think about Avery.
Yes, this is much later, so don't be too confused with the jump cut. I contemplated whether or not we should put like at least a fade in or like a wipe or something, but maybe the cut 2 probably worked better. And as she was making her piece, I also had the, of course, the vibrancy and the warmth and the color finally pop out again after it was essentially undersaturated for at least half the film. So this was finally a time to put it back. And the music repeats too, I think, a little bit because it was kind of a sad,
Stories you're gonna write.
emotional piano piece. But hey, as long as you didn't notice, all the better. And then, as you saw later, I used
We're flying, eh?
the same shot for the credits when they're scrolling up. Initially there wasn't like any background like this at all, but I figured, let's put it up there. That way, it's not just text rolling up a black screen. Because everybody's used to that. Let's add something in the background, just something of visual substance, I guess. And speaking of the credits, yeah, I believe we've now made it to the very end. So this will probably be the last commentary, at least for now, maybe until I decide to make more short films. But other than that, thanks for tuning in and have a great rest of the day.